This is my cheat sheet for Friday, October 21st. I know I'm just that big of a dork, but I do actually like this story. The IRS, for the first time since 2009, has approved a raise in the limit for contributions annually in the 401k plan. It's going up $500 to $17,000 next year. Now, for most people, unless you are really good at investing your own money, or you're quite wealthy and you are going to look to have resources available to you before you hit age 59 and a half, which is the first time you can draw down on a 401k plan without penalty, you should be trying to max out your 401k plan. So an increase for individuals is something that if you max out right now, you want to go ahead and budget for. You can do that with a financial planner, or you could ask the administrator of your 401k plan, but this is a cool move. Meanwhile, Facebook and the Labor Department have teamed up. Seems like a somewhat odd combination, but we know that there are always a lot of positions that go unfilled, whether it's in government or in the private sector, simply because there are odd jobs and people don't even know they're out there. Well, that's what Facebook and the Labor Department are going to do. They have a website set up now, actually a Facebook page, with a listing of all of these odd jobs that the Labor Department is looking to fill. So it's a great opportunity for you or someone you know who might be unemployed to be able to go there, check it out, and see if it's something that's a fit for you. And meanwhile, I do have the direct link that's up on the physical cheat sheet on my page today, so you can go there directly and check it out. Let's talk a little politics now. The president's re-election odds. This is something I think I'm going to be doing about once a week from now until the election. There are various analytical tools that we can use to take a look at a president's approval ratings and the number of months out from the presidential election to give you the odds on him being elected. I will have all of the tools for you so you can see the explanation of how I arrived at these numbers on the physical cheat sheet. What I can tell you, though, is as of today, President Obama, given his approval ratings and us being just a little more than 12 months out from the presidential election, has about a 41% chance of being reelected. Now, if he holds the same approval rating he currently holds, which is just about 44%, he will have about a 10% chance of being reelected on Election Day. So again, I'll keep you posted with this every week, but I think it's kind of an interesting resource to take a look at what the real story is behind the presidential politics as we head on into the election season. Meanwhile, Herman Cain, 999, I mean, he's gotten all the attention. That certainly has been something he has been trying to push on the trail. He did something yesterday that I'm not sure is going to work out for him. He decided that he is going to tweak the 999 plan. I thought part of the idea of the 999 was that it was simplistic, it was easy to understand, and it was fair. Herman is now going to exempt those that hit the federal level of poverty from participating in the 999 plan. Now, I might point out that for merchants to try to get their arms around this, it would be a very difficult thing for them to be able to do. Now, if he would have the poor pay the 9% sales tax at their cash register and then get reimbursed for it later on somehow, see, there are a lot of questions with this, and it ends up, I believe, hurting Herman in the very biggest way. A lot of us feel that the tax code is broken, and maybe his plan, as it had been proposed, was not the best solution. But it was simple, it was easy to understand, and it would have been fair, whether you liked the idea of the implementation of it or not. He's now starting to muddy the works, and I think that could end up hurting his election chances. Meanwhile, Rick Perry, he's going the other way. He's coming out with a flat tax. Now, a flat tax is something that I personally completely support. And what it looks like Rick Perry is going to end up doing with his flat tax proposal is eliminating all deductions. Now, this is something that will be highly controversial if he proposes it to, say, the real estate and mortgage industry and the nonprofits. See, the one big problem with eliminating deductions, even if we get a fair tax rate that we can believe in, is that it's going to likely hurt, at least in the short term, nonprofits, or at least the perception is it will, and it certainly would be unpopular for people that are used to taking a mortgage deduction that otherwise don't pay any federal income tax. 47% of all Americans don't pay any federal income tax by the time it's all said and done. Now again, I'm personally in favor of the flat tax, but there will be a lot of criticism. Meanwhile, Steve Forbes says this is the single best tax plan he's heard about since something Ronald Reagan proposed. Pretty strong words. It'll be interesting. That's the cheat sheet for today. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you Monday.